Are you saying that you've tried cheating to understand cheaters?
No, I wouldn't even know how to do it. I actually wouldn't know how to do it.
No.
That's how oblivious I am.
But your ex-teammate would.
I'm not gonna answer to that. I refuse. Oh, what was that?
That was like a sort of weird bunny hop.
I'm more impressed by the bunny hop than I am by the shot. Just keep doing it.
The shot through connector wasn't that dodgy to me because that's quite a standard.
But the first one was actually quite insane. But he truly likes to jump. That's his favorite part.
I wonder if he's been reported for being annoying.
Oh yeah, he's getting blocked. That's the strongest signal for me. He's getting blocked. People have realized. Okay, that's it. I've had enough.
I never thought that this would restore my faith in the Counter-Strike community, but look.
Yeah. Send him to jail instantly.
In his wealth acquisition specialist application form, number K wrote the letter K in every number field. But his talent with handguns made him more than qualified for the position. Number K keeps the details of his life private. None of his colleagues have seen his face, making him one of the professionals' most feared heist managers.
Do you think you know everything about CSGO? Then stay alert and look out for the DHL drop quiz on the ESL CSGO Twitch channel.
Die!
Oh my god.
You don't die! I go shoot this
32
time.
HP.
Yeah, one shot. You're load. Ah, you should hold it there. No way. Ah.
Oh.
No way. Ah, fashion.
Fear the wounded animal. Natus Vincere might be down, but they are not out. A loss to the Russian rivals Gambit hurt their pride.
We want to return to the top of the world rankings, and which is what we are actually going to do.
Simple is the leader of the pack, but the taste of new blood has the rest of the pride hungry for Brazilian meat.
Crack! Instead, he gets 3 kills and he cracks open VP. Another one for
He
Bit.
is only 18 years old, and he is showing decent performance. Every day he is only getting stronger.
Bit is a new breed of headhunter who is fronting the new look Na'Vi in their quest for success. The kings of the Eastern European jungle have a great chance to rise again. But first off, FURIA stand in front of them. Which FURIA stands in their way though? That we won't know until it starts. Do we get the relentless aggression, slice you open, in your face Furia? Or the wilted flower, dull blade, tuck their tail Furia? In a sea of inconsistency, Yuri and Keserato stand tall as pillars in the eye of the storm, whilst the tornado swirls around them.
Keserato performance overall this tournament is like MVP performance. He's playing so consistently well, just wrecking everybody.
Furia, at their brilliant best, can match Simple. But Furia, when they're running cold, could make a swift exit from the quarterfinals.
If we are consistent, we will be top 1, because we still are winning a lot of matches. May the best team win.
Whatever happens, see it all live in...
It's a case of Fast and Furious versus Simple and the Curious in our second quarterfinal. And we've got to talk about Furia straight away. Something that you might have noticed with Furia is if they know their opponent well, if they know what to prep for and what to expect, like their matchup against Complexity, they can get the upper hand. But in the case of Big, in that opening best of 1, keeping their nays to themselves, getting their guns out, Furia just were not expecting that game plan, and they just got put to one side. Na'Vi, they're bringing things new to the server today. Maniac, do you think that could actually offset the Brazilians?
Yes, absolutely. And if anything, it puts pressure on the individuals to shine. And there are 2 names that we need to mention here. Is going to be Keserato and Yuri, right? Amongst the chaos that is or can be the Furia playstyle, these 2 players are the one really rocking the place right now. They're saving Furia time and time again. You can look at some of the numbers we have right there. Obviously, first and second in the team in terms of KD and ADR. But Keserato, a multi-kill god, always saving the sides on the CT side. He's defending like a god. And then you have Yuri, a duelist, actually singling out duels and winning them most of the time. These 2 players, for the Furia fans, they are the one to look for.
Yanko, I want you to talk to me about Na'Vi right now. We've still got a lot more to see from Bit, but at the moment, entry-wise, he's seeming like he might be more dependable than Boomage.
Yeah, I think it's also just, you can see individually, mechanically, he's really strong. Also brings that double up element to their game, which they had with Flamey, so it's good to see that he can fill those shoes as well. We saw some highlight rounds from him on Dust too, and I think it definitely shows that they're looking better right now with Bit. They've also worked on their game as a team, right, on their T sides. We're seeing, a couple of faster paced rounds and things like that, so Na'Vi definitely looking much improved in this tournament.
Maniac, let's go through the veto.
All right, I had a lot of questions moving into this one. Furia had to choose between Inferno and Mirage. They go for Inferno, that makes sense. For Na'Vi, I don't know where to take this, because Nuke and Train would be on top of the list, but we haven't seen Bit play on these maps yet. So they go for the Nuke. They go for what used to be, for the longest time, their stronghold in terms of veto, but I have a lot of questions when it comes to Bit and his performance. And we have Mirage, which is a handshake, gentleman handshake and agreement on a 3rd map for a good best of 3.
Yanko, is this what you expected?
I'm just a bit surprised that in the end Na'Vi left Mirage instead of Train. They haven't had a lot of success, only 1 win in their 5 games. So, and Train was their staple map. So I'm surprised by that one. But other than that, it's looking standard, and looking forward to seeing Bit play on Nuke. As Maniac pointed out, it is Na'Vi's pick most of the time, and they haven't played it yet with him.
Well, should we have some players to watch then?
All right,
AWP?
let's do it. We can talk about AWPs because there's a huge matchup in there and a huge dissonance between the matchup. It's Simple and Junior. These are going to be the players we have to look forward. Simple, I don't even need to tell you why, because he's been again reminding us of all what a kind of superstar he is. And Junior, because a lot of eyes will be on him. It feels like Furia can shine through Junior on the CT side and cry through Junior on their T side and his demise. So that's going to be a huge matchup. Not an easy one for Junior, but who knows, he can surprise us.
Well, one of the best matchups in the server isn't these 2 teams, it's actually our 2 casters. Maniac, should we pass over to
Yeah, I'm not going to
Machine
cast. I'm going to let them do the
Sponge?
job. I think they're doing brilliant. I mean, Sponge went from here to the casting is doing an amazing job now. So, take it away, boys.
Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate that very much. So, I know we are Maniacs. It's an easy mistake to make.
That's true.
Yeah, for sure. Functional, though, hopefully, as we get you into your next best of 3. So, Furia Na'Vi, Chad, is this hotly anticipated for you? It looks like we're getting started with Inferno.
Yeah, we're going to hit this one with a bit of a bang in a big way here. And look, it's anticipated for the odd reason, and it's because I think that these 2 teams can be the most hot and cold in their approaches to CS. When Na'Vi plays slow and it works, it looks brilliant. When Furia play fast and it works, it looks brilliant.
I like what you've done there.
But think about the flip side of both of those. That's when we see some of their biggest issues is off the We've got Na'Vi on the CT
right.
side.
So for now, I want all of us to visualize. This is like the Dumbledore-Voldemort fight. You know, it's fire and ice.
Okay.
Opposites, duking it out in the server for a spot in the semi-finals of DreamHack Masters. Just a pixel fight. Simple trying to draw blood, and he has certainly kept Vinny honest. I think that was a nade, actually, that did the chunk of damage. 2 of them up on those logs positioned. This is, well, I don't want to call it basic, but it is just fight banana slowly.
Yeah, jostling for position here. Na'Vi don't want to give up.
Oh, and these are the Julies put to work, and now Junior put to bed. Only the one to report for the armored Julies, and now with the bomb retrieved and a man advantage, FURIA have got what they wanted.
Might even just execute behind this bit. Is rotating on over. Smokes are raining on out. They'll hit the deck and Simple. Pushed on down, survives on 3 HP.
Yeah, and so does Vinny, very low. He'll happily scavenge away the Julies. They want to boost late, catch the timing, and they have. Back to turn, but Simple couldn't make that bullet count. Reboosting, Caserato's watching over, and oh, Vinny gets the bomb down. That bullet brought him from 19 to 3. Comical, really.
This is going to be bit in a 1-on-4 here. Would love a free kill, but he's going to give him one there, but we'll go down and FURIA secure the pistol.
Simple as that, really. Caserato getting 2. You saw, of course, he's leading for FURIA's multi-kill rounds, so starting off with one of them.
Yeah, Perfecto just thrust forward. You can see the molly starting to spread late there on his toes. The only reason he had to move down that elevation. Had the perfect weapon for the job, but once again, the Julies on the CT side. We see them bought and good for 1. Art has a Bison here, Alex. Now this, as we know...
Rushley loves a Bison.
Yeah, but it's not a great weapon against the head armor. He's going to need a run and gun in a big way, and that does suit Art very well. Caserato and Junior working on this banana control. Boomich at the top, ready to receive. And, well, not over towards the sandbags. This time last year was the only place he sat.
It's an important message to send to Boomich. We will need your sandbags.
Yeah, well, he spent so much time there. It's his favorite spot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's called Boomich in some teams' comms. Regardless, we are walking on up towards that A control. We're going to be seeing just a smattering of util to nullify any of those close and deadly deagle angles.
I still want to watch what this Bison has to offer.
Yeah, certainly. And he isn't going to be pushing off the back of that smoke. I think the flash suppressing their timing. So that was a great timed one from Bit.
64 bullets of madness about to rain out of Art's gun here. Util being lined on up. Over towards A they go. Need to get past Simple here.
Yeah, well, they just smoke him off. That works too. Straight in. Focused on this Hay Bale's position. There's an AK to be found up there. It's Vinny. He has to play it safe. Simple. Big chance. Yuri has no idea. Just using that smoke and an AK delivered. Caserato's in trouble. Na'Vi have an advantage here, and it's getting even worse for them. Caserato, you're dead, man. Has to go down. Junior's there and to support. He's somehow keeping them busy, but they're picking apart at the bones. He's got 3 bullets, 2 to find. The Julies can be his saving grace, and they could. They are going to go down, though. An electronics triple. Na'Vi equalized right out of the gates.
Oh, even going to find himself that AK off of Simple's body there. That one got so dicey. When you're coming up short A, going into this site against a force buy, against an eco, it doesn't even matter against what. It is such a difficult crossfire to get past, especially if they both survive in pit, just like this. Caserato, head on a swivel, having a check left, right, and center.
Yeah, and you can see Junior, like, just from that awkward exchange, Caserato's probably talking an awful lot. And Junior just couldn't piece it together. Perfecto was staring at him the whole time. He knew his presence alone was a threat to Caserato. He could hunt for that second.
Okay, wow. Now, FURIA, they're going to get back underway here. That plant has facilitated 2 AKs, couple Deagles behind it. More of the force by wars. Pull the flash in the peak.
Oh, and it leads to Caserato's departure right out of there.
The AKs as well, so they will be able to scavenge that one back and looking for a bit of a boost in the smoke here. Cheeky Art clearing out top mid, nobody visible. Nade, oh, ooh. Simple almost with the timing.
Yeah, but Yuri's just next on the plate. Art won't be expecting Bit, and just like that, only 2 remain.
That's both AKs. Well, actually, that's 3 AKs, top mid right here. If Na'Vi can get their hands on those, fantastic going forward.
Safe jiggle from Perfecto there and gets his information, drops his smoke, just trying to make the impossible possible. The edge of the smoke is held. Perfecto just in the obscurity of that smoke. So Junior working just to keep him honest. He knows, as we've already outlined, there's a lot of AK-47s that likely will be chopped and changed. It looks like Perfecto's actually been dispatched on a mission.
Exactly that. There's even another gun available here.
Boom, Mitch, it's your turn.
Yeah, if he could get out of this position right now and head on over, it would be great. I don't think he's going to get away with that, unfortunately.
No, he is. Look, Perfecto's going. Boomich is on the way, just tagging him in. They're doing a relay race of AK-47s.
Probably better if they didn't kill him there. Boomich is not going to get there in time now.
Throwing it, okay.
Well, the awareness was there, and we'll give him a big tick for that one, and a second round here for Na'Vi. And this is the thing, right? If you come in today and you see the FURIA where Art is running with his teammates' utility behind him through Molotovs, entry fragging, multi-kills, Vinny's coming through on Vinferno, Queserado's locking down Pit, Yuri's doing his madness, everything's working, right? That is the FURIA that can beat Na'Vi, that can get into that semi-final and even have a good crack at the grand final. But if it's the FURIA that looks a bit limp, you know, they're not hitting shots, they're caged, they're unable to get away with their explosive plays, oh, then we have to start asking a couple of questions. Now, if you want to see just how mad Art is, head over to one of the player POVs. I'm not quite sure which number he is.
There's no X-ray on them, right?
Well, that was the plan. I know there was a couple of bugs in the system when they kicked it off, because this is, I believe, just like a soft launch. But yeah, watch Art's POV and just see how much he holds W.
I think, yeah, if you've got if any of you have like a friend in your friendship group who watches Counter-Strike and says, you know, there's always someone that's like, oh, I do that all the time in my matchmaking games. You just send them the POV and see if they want to back that statement up after an hour. Very different ball game when you have the X-ray on your screen.
Oh, lots of utils up there. Smoke molly. Understandable response from Na'Vi against FURIA. We know how explosive they are, so a bit skittish here with that util.
And it's an achievement in itself for the T side, just pulling these nades, all this money that what they'll not be able to retrieve.
And a big rotation, so back up mid they go, and over towards the arch side once more will be Bit. He's floating between top mid and the site. Looks like he wants to tuck on him. We're down to 35 seconds. Simple rotating back over as well. Na'Vi should have all their dugs in the right place.
And that was the fight they were waiting for. Electronic flash off the door for the repeat. Simple's got more. A massacre with the AK spray. Lovely to observe. And Na'Vi converting a clean one. Happy to put third on the board. FURIA, of course, humbled and will be looking to buy again.
I'd in with a MAC-10. So, look, it's no surprise here to see him down to that SMG. Queserado, on the other hand, he's going to join him. How do they want to wield these bad boys? Is it going to be fast and furious, or are they going to go for a bit more of a tempered approach early out the gates? There's two SMGs on the other side of things. Boomich and Bit, the Bees, holding on to those bad boys. So it's almost eidetic buys. MP9s in place of MAC-10s.
God, there's a lot of CTs just around the river bend, and looks like Pocahontas is out of there. Oof. Well, that is suffocating.
They just did a 4-man B-lean with simple solo A. That is quite a lovely trick to have up your sleeve.
Yeah, but look what it's left FURIA with. Like, this round, it just feels so hamstrung. They're turning up the heat, though, and they're turning up the pace. So 2 in the apartments. Flashes are there to suppress. Oh, and Electronic's been run down, holding W. Art now upgrades and is flexing onto Bit. Calls him out.
Needs another.
Yeah, Junie's got the pre-fire here. Nice find. It's Yuri to convert. Now the bomb can go down with the Boomich frag. Perfecto 1v2. Trajectory makes it clear. And if Junior's dead, if he takes a step into that crosshair, he is dead. Can play it passive. Oh, tip of the head to confirm it. Now he knows where exactly both duels will be going down. Alert smoke to try and play around and walk up on. Bait Junior into this. And just as he jumps up, great angle to be held. And a big round to be winning. FURIA keeping it competitive.
Oof, that was with the man disadvantage right there. So great mid-round calling from FURIA. They skedaddle back over towards that A bomb site. And Art, it wasn't the aggression out the gates, but it was the aggression that got them the key to the site.
I didn't catch how Electronic was so, unresponsive on that whole thing. Was he flashed?
There was so much util and pressure coming in on that short side, right? Simple was currently in a fight as that happened. So Electronic trying to pivot over in time to help him on out. Couldn't get there quite in time, but it will be the guns again here from Na'Vi. Scoreline 3-2. Run boost has been flubbed. Simple still wants to fight. It's not the end of the world here. Can just post up, and FURIA are working on the map control. Standard stuff. Smoke out towards arch side early from Vinny. Simple response with one of his own. So just the standard back and forth, the utility across the map. Same situation in Banana. Boomich from behind there. Molly lobs out a nade. Not a single point of damage done to the Banana players. And well, here he comes all over the map. Simple was top mid. Now top Banana. Does look very much like a B hit here. U2 coming in.
Yeah, Simple provides the first, and there's so much time for him to adjust and prepare for more. It's enough of a deterrent, it seems.
Well, they're pivoting straight away, and that smoke from Bit was very defensive. You can see this mid control is granted to FURIA if they want it.
Yeah, but dude, Na'Vi have just rotated 2 players off the B side. Boomich was on his way as well. I think he's kept there by the smoke.
Problem is they no longer have control of top mid or top Banana. And we talk about one being integral here, so it can be a 4-on-2 towards this B bomb side as FURIA pivot back once again.
The pendulum of this Panther. Single smoke for their take here. So any incendiaries will hurt. Oh, and Boomich can't quite believe his luck there. CT Molly's down, does completely deny the cross despite the smoke blooming. And tiny gap for Boomich to do even more damage. Oh, Na'Vi's B defense has passed. And Junior, round 6. That one's cancelled for him as well. Peeking into Simple, we see Na'Vi's 4th, and that B defense, that was a full test from FURIA, and they've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, good stuff there. If that's a round that Na'Vi lose after a number advantage again, they're going to start getting a little bit frustrated with themselves here, but able to clean up and collect it. Boomich, we've seen him do some of his best work when he's mobile. I think here is a good example of that. Sure, it's not the squeaky door plays from Nuke, or it's not being top Banana at the sandbags constantly swinging out, but he's taken a couple of isolated duels and important ones as it's forced FURIA down to the hero AK on Art. More often than not, he can make this work for at least a kill. See if he can crack the Na'Vi nut of the CT side, as his teammates just have light pistols, P250 and a Tech 9. Junior and Quesarado are on Glocks. If they can find one fight against Na'Vi, isolate a player, get themselves an extra upgrade, now they're talking. Even have a bit of light util here, smoking a flash to work with. First 30 seconds have passed here, and just waiting out all this early utility of FURIA. Haven't taken much damage whatsoever.
It's an achievement in itself, really, to have kept all 5 of your players leashed.
Oh, it's crept on in, and the boost has just been dismantled. He's hearing the jump peaks.
Oh, and he had a chance onto Boomich, and on the retreat, he doesn't quite convert, turning the flash. A second drop by Boomich, but they are turning up the momentum. Boomich desperately tries to pepper them with the MP9, and he's done a great job of at least softening them up for Perfecto.
Bomb called.
Rotates on its way. Simple, trying to bail his teammate out of trouble with some very aggressive flashes in front of this aggression. Yuri does take the site and the frag. A bomb plant can change things, and look at the aggression from Art. He's got nothing to show for it. Bomb down, Simple fragging, and only Junior with an MP9, no less. Multiple targets, can't even piece together the first bit, finding his 6th.
Yeah, could have had a worse weapon for the job there, I suppose, for Junior. So all in all, FURIA getting a lot out of that AK. Got the plant, got a couple of kills. They'll take stock on the Na'Vi side, making sure those AKs are carried on through. Things are starting to look good now. Simple gets a free kit, has so much money to his name. FURIA will be taking a timeout. And as you can see on your screen right here, it's the new chickens.
Oh, God, it's so weird.
I knew you guys were all asking for it. It was obviously the biggest thing we wanted in the most recent update was updated chickens, and we've got it.
I reckon it was passive-aggressively achieved through observers who had nothing to do right in a tech timeout, and just the glitched out 4-polygon chickens spinning in a corner.
Sure.
That obviously got under Valve's skin. They couldn't handle it. Their pride took such a blow. Like, wow, that 3-polygon.
Look, I'm more disappointed they didn't introduce the chickens to every map, because I thought that would have been a good. Just put them on every map. People love the chickens. They don't fit on every map.
No.
But imagine Vertigo, chickens just suiciding off the edge of the building.
Now, there is content.
Yeah, the cameraman following him down, explodes on impact.
All right, well, we'll start campaigning. Simple, I assume, has got a weapon. He's just left it at spawn.
Yeah, it's the big green man.
Yeah, I'll keep hold of that, I think.
He's in no rush to be anywhere right now. May as well wait for the rotation call. And no pace out of FURIA here, so definitely a slower approach in the early stages. Art, after that hero AK, will be left back down to another Mac 10.
Boomich has managed to weather the entire FURIA nade set.
It sounded scarier than it was, didn't it?
Yeah, he's still there. 100 HP, loving life. Even threatening by throwing bullets down range. And well, they'll fade. Looks like they're lining up for a half-wall flash, so Queserato expecting Junior to set him up. Top banana is theirs.
Yeah, but there's so little utility left for Na'Vi to defend.
Can I have a
over
quick
here.
look at what Boomich was holding again? So he's got the pop. Perfecto reacts with the smoke, and then if you're flashed and smoked, you're probably not holding W, right?
No.
Okay.
Never let go of W. But they've dropped that smoke very early. So this is going to be... Oh, there's even a massive gap.
Massive gap. Perfecto spots it.
Oh, they're in real trouble right here towards B. This is just going to be a B set piece. They need to get at least 2 to 3 kills between the two of them.
Pushing, holding, and a first from Perfecto. Rotates on its way. FURIA are quiet about this, but they are crawling in. And not to be for Perfecto or Boomich. 2 frags come in. Could be round winning. Now we have to weigh out their options now. The rotate's late. Electronic and Simple skipping merrily towards spawn, but with the bomb now down, looks like the save call has been made. FURIA off the back of the timeout, no less, posting a third.
Yeah, and that was just patient play right there. One of the problems is if Na'Vi tend not to get a kill within the opening stages, they will just sit back and they'll go, yeah, we will defend against you, right? And unless you're Na'Vi playing 2 players in the bomb site of B, when you're down, they were transitioning into that, but when you're down to about 30 seconds, if they're able to get into the bomb site without you trading 1 for 1, the retake is definitely not on the cards. So bomb over halfway ticked here. Another fresh-looking Chook.
Wants to be Bit's friend.
He's hanging out.
Damn, he's thick. Oh. So we'll see it again. Now, Perfecto does catch the first, but it was the fact that this wave just never stopped. Just like that. 2 frags. Pool and on the way in.
Yeah, it's really rough. It's such a rough position because, like I'm saying, the answer is to play in sight. But then, if you play in sight and there's a full exec with Molotovs like New Box, Oranges, like, where do you even stand? So it's such a difficult position to be in.
They've sent 3 off the break. They want to try and contest with a bit of a bit utility, I assume. It's Boomich that wants to try and dump all of his initially.
Yeah, just contained by that smoke. So half a banana granted here. Art's going to push Boomich forward towards the wall. Bit takes a big nade as well. Getting peppered away out here in banana.
2021 Inferno, man. Just the state of play hinges so much on these little moves. Flash peek, that's a big one. Na'Vi take a scalp. Queserato's gone. And look at the nades that are left. I mean, you know, half of the entire round's util has been dumped towards this first 20 seconds of control. And there's nothing top mid, nothing to report yet.
And this is where Na'Vi can do some of their best work, because now when they turtle back up into the 2-3 defense, they give up the top banana control. They're playing a little bit more passive on mid. Electronic can step out and clear that whenever he sees fit.
Oh, it's so convincing. Electronic's expecting frags any second now, but the truth is, they've managed to completely sell it. It's 4, yes, versus 5, but only 2 on the site. They're standing strong.
Bombs drop down.
Rotates on its way. The swing is in. Yuri's hunting, as is Vinny. They need this frag. Powerful positions. Boomich repositioning to the new box. A crossfire established. Vinny, however, does find him. They're about to fade. Art, though, caught out, and Perfecto just trying to take one more with him, and he will. Magnificent finds from Perfecto, who's going to surely fall now. But Yuri's got just too much on his plate, and 9 seconds to get that bomb down. It's not even going to be allowed. Simple's there. Na'Vi, sterling defense.
Yeah, plant would have been fantastic there for the FURIA camp.
Yeah, but it was Boomich and Perfecto both managing to find 2 on their B defense life. That was 2v4. They stepped up.
Yeah, and the thing there, the details, especially when it is so late round, right? If teams are going to be playing so late into these executes, you no longer have to go for the fights, right? That make sense. You can just play around these smokes and allow them to come on in, draw off as many seconds as you can. At this point, when Perfecto gets that frag, 18 seconds left on the clock. It's allowed so much time for the rotation to come in. They can even be careful with the rotation, right? They don't just have to run with knives out. But here we go, Furia buying back in, AWP for Art.
All right, well, they're trying to mix it up. Look at the space he has taken. The molly spreads, the nade lands, and he's down to 42. He's gagging for a fight. Boomich, he even gets the info. Great moves out of Na'Vi. Damage done. Furia just all the way up banana with nothing to show for it. Bit's been called upon, and understandably so.
Look how much utility is left over for Perfecto and Bit. They have so much. They can dissuade this top banana if they'd like.
Oh, but not if they just go. They're just going, charging straight in, and Boomich unloads his mag on the boost. Another double from the leader. And yeah, the rest, I imagine, is history. Junior's trying to level the odds. That's a plant? What? Trying to get it down. There's so much resistance present. And Art's T-side AWP, his dreams of starting with an opening frag. He's now the last one left.
That was all possible because of Bit's rotation. When they swung so fast ahead of the smoke wall, they saw the 2 players spawn because they were boosting. They assumed the rest of the site was clear.
That makes sense.
They were just hyper-focused to the Ruins position, the CT position.
Well, because previously it's just been that Boomich and Perfecto duo, right? You think, okay, they're faffing around on the boost again, but I did wonder why Junior had such confidence in going for the plant there.
So here it is, right? As they round this corner, Quesarado sees both. He sees both as he rounds that corner. So the call's coming in, 2 players. Bullets are coming through the smoke. Perfecto lying in wait in the back lines. And, well, that's all she wrote. 7-3. Art will save this AWP. And you can see what the game plan is. They just want to keep pressuring this top banana, right? You see him snaking on up. Utility just really trying to put pressure on Boomich and Perfecto. And so far, so good. Na'Vi could not have a better looking buy right now. They have 4 AKs and an AWP. That is the dream scenario for the CT side.
And a nice reservoir of about 9k for Simple on his AWP full buy.
That helps too.
It's definitely, it does spell trouble for Furia here. If they can't piece this together with like a saved AWP, bearing in mind he's now got a straight up goose egg with that preserved AWP, so buying around it's really not favorable. You're just gonna have to hope he can work some magic. Na'Vi, they haven't really fallen foul to a single unforced error yet.
Yeah, it's been very, very good Na'Vi, right? You get these different, ahead of it again. Art, always looking, always going for that aggressive maneuver.
Yeah, he's limit testing live.
Like that's the only gun in the round, right? That could be isolated on the CT side of the half wall in the first 20 seconds.
But he also has observed the first 10 rounds of banana control util and knows that the only way he's going to possibly get an opening is if he tries to catch Boomich as he's dropping it. Valiant attempt, nothing to show for it. Simple's holding the fade and a little bit of thigh, puts the AWP on the ground. Who's next?